Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Quality Shot Tennis. It's Anthony here. Anthony here on the commentary, commentating for Karatsev taking on Frances Tiafoe. We got a round of 32 match here. Early rounds here of Washington. We're here in North America, the American swing. Always fun. U.S. Open Series. We were over in Atlanta. Now we're in Washington. So yeah, excited for this one. I think this one's going to be an interesting match. I think this one should be an interesting match. It's been a little bit. I forgot how to commentate. It's been it's been a minute since Wimbledon, but we're back. We're back. Don't you worry about it. We're back. Only since the Wimbledon final, women's Wimbledon final. So yeah, super excited for this one. Both guys are just practicing their serves at the moment. Both guys just practicing their serves. But yeah, these guys have played one time before this. They played in the French Open in the second round. And Tiafoe won in 4 sets. It's a tight 4-setter. But Tiafoe got the win. Tiafoe has had a great season so far. He has 2 titles, one on clay courts, one on grass courts, which is kind of unusual, especially for a player who's not like at the very top. He's already won titles on 2 different surfaces, and he's 30-11 on the season. Karatsev is 12-12 on the season. So Tiafoe is the better player. He's clearly had the better season. But look, Karatsev, when he's you don't want to play an underdog Karatsev. Karatsev just comes out of nowhere. Don't want to play him. So I would look out for Karatsev. He's a very clean ball striker, is Aslan Karatsev. Like I said, these 2 guys have played one time before. I'm just curious as to what this match is going to look like. They're about to start up here. To me, this is like flash versus technique. It's flash versus technique, and it's Tiafoe to serve. We are getting underway in this one. Tiafoe to serve. Waiting for the crowd to settle down. Famous American crowds, very, very excited about the play, but you love it. You love it. Tiafoe first serve into the net. A second serve coming in this one. Kick serve to the backhand of Karatsev. Backhand from Karatsev to the backhand of Tiafoe. That's wide. Love 15. Love 15 in this one. Here you go. Love 15. First serve is wide. Second serve coming. Kick serve to the backhand slice of Karatsev. Forehand is long from Tiafoe. It's love 30. It's love 30, but like I said, listen, Tiafoe's 10th in the world, Karatsev's 75th in the world, whatever. Karatsev is dangerous. You don't want to just be like counting out Karatsev, because Karatsev is like, I don't know, I'd be scared to play Karatsev. Like, the guy just always looks great. He's very good. He's been playing well recently. Karatsev is 75th, Tiafoe's 10th, but listen, I think Karatsev can do anything at any time. He's one of those players. He beat Djokovic in Belgrade, I believe, last year. He's Australian Open semifinals. As a qualifier, reached Madrid semifinals just out of nowhere. So you don't want to just like, I don't know. You don't want to totally count out Aslan. 15-30 here. Tiafoe serving. Kick serve, backhand slice into the forehand of Tiafoe. Forehand from Karatsev into squash shot of Tiafoe. That goes long. It's 15-40. That goes long, 15-40. But Tiafoe, he's underrated in his foot speed, is Tiafoe, I think. I think he's one of the faster guys on the tour. I don't think he's one of the fastest, but I think he's underrated in his foot speed, especially coming towards the net. So I'd look out for that as well. And very good competitive spirit as well. Does Tiafoe have? Very underrated in that as well. He'll fight back in almost any match. It's incredible. Big serve down the line is too good. We're at 30-40. 30-40. I was very curious about what this match was even going to look like. I was like, I need to watch this. You know what I mean? Like, I need to watch it because I need to know what this even looks like. Karatsev versus Tiafoe in Washington. After this one, we got the big one. Keys taking on Qinwen Zhang, and that's going to be awesome. Keys taking on Zhang, and that's going to be great. That's going to be great. 30-40 here. A break point for Karatsev. That's very good for Karatsev to get a break point early here. Forehand return hits the tape, but it goes over, but it misses it goes into the doubles alley, so it goes out. Goes just out. We're at deuce. We are at deuce. Tiafoe is the second seed, by the way, in Washington. Fritz is the number 1 seed. Fritz just coming off a win at Atlanta, and I got something to say about that as well. If you know, you know. Serve out wide, goes wide from Tiafoe. Okay, so I might talk about it more during the Keys Zhang match because I feel like a lot of people are going to be over at that one, which I completely understand. But I have something to say about Atlanta. Forehand into the net. So I got a chance to go in person to the Atlanta Open, which was like just awesome. It was a great experience. I got to interview some American players. I got to interview Wolf. I got to interview Fritz. I got to interview Dominic Kopfer. There are videos on Quality Shot Tennis about that as well. Big serve out wide, by the way, from Tiafoe's an ace. Advantage to Tiafoe. Tiafoe, you would say, has a better serve than Karatsev. Karatsev breaking here would be very good for Karatsev because in their French Open match, Tiafoe was all over the Karatsev serve. Karatsev won 44% of his second serve points. So, I mean, just in general, if Karatsev can get something on Tiafoe's serve, then that's good for Karatsev. By the way, second serve kick serve ace from Tiafoe. It's 1-0. Second serve kick serve ace. That's wild. Here we go. First game in the bag. As they switch sides. But yeah, it was just a dream. I want to do more of that too. It was so fun. It was so fun. I got to interview Nishikori. I don't know if I mentioned. I got to be so close to the players. I have a million great stories and crazy stories from Atlanta, so I want to tell you about it. I want to tell you about it. Hopefully, when more people join in too. I want some people to be in the chat when I'm telling stories. So if you're looking on me, say hey in the chat. If you got any questions, any comments, that's what I'm here for. I can. It's always fun when people are talking up in chat. So if you're around, just say hello. Say hello, or don't. Either way, it's fine. It's 1-0 for Tiafoe. Serve coming. First serve out wide. It's too good. Forehand in the ground from Tiafoe. 15 love. 15 love. But yeah, I like watching both these players. I mean, Tiafoe is very creative out there. It's a fun watch. And Karatsev, very clean ball striker. Very distinct kind of players on the court. Very distinct kind of, I don't know, personalities, but like, well, Tiafoe. But just very distinct kind of players. There's nobody else on the tour like them. Backhand is long from Karatsev. In their last match, Karatsev hit 44 unforced errors. Like I said, they're 1-0. Tiafoe is up 1-0 over Karatsev. And they played out the French Open. And Karatsev hit 44 unforced errors, which is wild. That's insane. Serve out wide. Forehand return of Tiafoe in the net. We're at 30-15. We are at 30-15. Hey, what's up? We got Max in the chat. What's up? Hey, we got Ashley here too. What's up? What's up? Thanks for joining in. Thanks for joining in. What's up? What's up? We got some of the OGs in the chat. Serve down the line. Forehand return. Tiafoe down the middle. Forehand. Tiafoe cross court. Oh, just into the top of the net. Just into the top of the net. Seems like you had a spectacular time interviewing Nishikori and Fritz. Yeah, Max, that was crazy. Yeah, I have so many stories to say from Atlanta. I have so many stories. But yeah, well, first of all, everybody was the nicest. Yeah, so I interviewed Nishikori, I interviewed Fritz, and then also JJ Wolf and Dominic Kopfer. I got to do a one-on-one with Kopfer. Um, did you go dance against the street in Atlanta? I did. That wasn't part of the vlog that we uploaded, but everything else aside from the 5 minutes that we show, I was just dancing the whole time. Oh, what a backhand clean winner return from Tiafoe. You already know it. Big Foe's got the big backhand. Gene Store, hey, what's up? What's up, Gene? What's up, Gene? We got the Nole profile picture. I like that too. Like that profile pic. Yeah, Atlanta was fun. I mean, I have so many stories to say. I can brush off a couple, for sure. 40-30 Karatsev. Serve down the line is wide. Another serve coming. Another serve coming here. Backhand cross into the backhand slice of Tiafoe. Backhand Karatsev cross to the backhand Tiafoe. Backhand cross. Hits the tape. Down the middle. Forehand from Tiafoe. That's a good forehand on the slide from Karatsev. Now backhand cross to the backhand. Down the line. Forehand cross and the forehand cross of Big Foe. Big forehand down the line from Karatsev. Swing volley forehand. Tiafoe's there though, but a volley put away from Karatsev. Karatsev's not here to play any games. We're at 1-1. We are at 1-1. Tell me the story, Saha. Where you actually interview players in Atlanta in person, and I was like 2 feet, 1 feet away from from the players when I was interviewing. Now interrupt you, I don't see the score, but I'm so glad you mentioned it, Max. I always got the YouTube tab open. I'm actually seeing it through the streaming site that we use, but I also just a little bit of insight. But I also have the YouTube tab open, so I see what's going on. But it's been so long since I've done a stream. I was like, oh, that looks normal. I got to get the scoreboard on here. 1 second. Let me see if I can get that for you real quick. Got to get the scoreboard on here. Figure that out. Oh, Tiafoe running back into the court, backhand one-hander, but it goes wide. Oh, great point, great point. Good point there. Let's see if I can get this. I hope that's better. Did I get the? Do y'all see the scoreboard? Scoreboard on here? Nah, still missing that scoreboard. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, we got it. We got it. We got there. Yeah, I'll definitely say Atlanta stories because I know that's interesting. I'll tell you some of the stories about that as well. It's 15 all. It was absolutely crazy. I'm doing good. Thank you, Anthony. Just in bed right now. Pretty cold night here. Yeah. It's crazy. But yeah, 15 all here, Tiafoe serving. So, okay. Yep, I can see the scoreboard. Yes, I can see the scoreboard. Okay, thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Ashley. Thank you, Max. What's up? We got everybody in the chat. We got Gene Stort as well. We got hey, what's up? We got Jane in chat too. I see the name change too. Janie Bird. I like that too. It's a backhand from Karatsev. Ooh, it's put away down the line. 15-30. Karatsev already with a few chances in the Tiafoe service game, which is going to be good because, like I said, Karatsev wants to get chances on the Tiafoe service game. So it's amazing. Did you ask them all the questions you wanted? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, check it out on video, not on the live section, the live stream section, but on the regular pre-recorded video section of Quality Shot Tennis. I actually edited together a little thing of me interviewing all the players. It's impossible for me to process all of this too. I've been trying to like kind of just collect myself, stay low key, not get too crazy. But I wanted to do more of it. It was so fun. I got stories. It's a break point, by the way, for Karatsev. The crowd is so obviously in Tiafoe's favor, I should say. They're so obviously cheering for Tiafoe. Like it's so funny. Okay, I'll say some of the Atlanta stories after this point. We're at 30-40. Big point here. Don't have to say my surname. Okay. Just Gene it is. Got it. For Tiafoe put away. Kind of awkward. Karatsev was there with the backhand return, but he kind of got caught and he just stayed in place for some reason. Tiafoe got in the other direction. Yeah, so in Atlanta, where do I even start? So first, when I got there, the people didn't have my credentials. Like they did, but they're like, our printer's not working. Well, first the woman was like, I don't see him here, and I need to have my media credentials so I can even talk to the players. But she was like, I don't have credentials. I was like, okay, well, whatever. I'll figure it out, right? Everything got figured out. But just real quick, great point here. Backhand cross on the backhand of Big Foe, backhand cross, backhand of Big Foe. Forehand down the line is wide. Inside in, I should say. I think it's just wide. Did it catch? No, okay. Advantage to Tiafoe. But yeah, they didn't have my credentials. The printer wasn't working. I had to wait there for like 35 minutes. With Atlanta traffic, I was late anyway. And anyway, we got to figure it out. I got my credentials. I got my like lanyard thing to put on my body so everybody knows I'm an official person. And freaking, it was awesome. It was so good. It was great to wander the grounds and be able. I saw so many players there. Right when I got there, I saw Nakashima with his girlfriend just walking the street, which was great. I saw who else I see? I saw Marcelo Melo as well. Right as I passed doubles player Marcelo Melo. Those were some of the first things. And then, I mean, some of the stories that I'll say won't even sound real. By the way, it's 2-1 to Tiafoe. I don't know why the scoreboard got stuck here, but it's 2-1 here for Tiafoe on serve. But yeah, anyway, like I saw Coco Gauff twice. I saw, who else did I see? At one point when I was in Atlanta, I don't know where to start, you know? I have so many stories, but okay, so I'll tell you this one. So this was already like middle of the day. This was after the JJ Wolf taking on that day. JJ Wolf took on Maxime Cressy. The match ended. The day session ended. I was wandering the sidewalk. I was doing a little bit of a vlog. And to myself, I was just looking at my phone trying to figure stuff out. And anyway, I accidentally bump into someone on the sidewalk as I'm walking. I'm just on my phone as you do, and I'm probably looking a little bit too much at my phone. And I'm just on my phone, whatever, typing away, actually typing with the Quality Shot Tennis group chat. Other people who commentate for the channel as well, trying to figure stuff out with what I was doing over there. Anyway, I look up, almost knock into somebody. As I turn my head, the inches away from me, not feet, inches, like 4 inches away from me, I nearly knock into him, is Alex de Minaur. Very clearly, it's the face of Alex de Minaur, and he's looking straight into my eyes, and he gives me a wry smile. I almost knock into Alex de Minaur, who gives me a wry smile, which is so funny. Like, I was just walking, I nearly knock into him, and I look up, and it's the most recognizable, just the face of the second seed of the Atlanta Open, Alex de Minaur, right in front of me. Nearly knock into him, and he just gives me a wry smile and keeps on walking. I was like, okay, well, that just happened. Then I see Chinese teenager Shang, like literally 30 seconds later, as I'm typing to the group chat, I just passed de Minaur. And I see Shang, I'm like, that's cool too, which is like, that's crazy too. Shang's great, by the way. I've been on him since last year. But yeah, anyway, I have some crazy stories. That's my favorite. Yeah, bumping into Alex de Minaur must have been, it was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah. And then I saw Coco Gauff, actually, as I was leaving the hotel after I interviewed JJ Wolf. So I interviewed JJ Wolf, and I have so many stories with that because JJ Wolf is the awesomest human ever. He was so cool. Wolf was so cool. But after I interviewed him, I was like, what the hell is going on? You know? I was like, what the hell is going on? I turned to my left, and Coco Gauff is just like a regular teenager just sitting on her phone on the couch there. I'm telling you, none of the stories I say sound true at all. None of the stories sound true at all. They just do not. They don't. But I turn to my left, and Coco Gauff just in the hotel on her phone sitting there. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, what is going on? I'm looking down, and then as I leave the hotel, JJ Wolf is still in the lobby. All the players went up to their room. JJ Wolf's the only one who stayed after his match in the lobby there. And he waves to me and says, see ya, as I go out the hotel. So JJ Wolf, shout out JJ. He was like my like top 5 favorite players before that. He's just a personality. JJ Wolf is a legend. He's the GOAT. But yeah, the whole tournament had such a laid back atmosphere. It was so nice. Fritz was so nice and so genuine too. Fritz and Wolf, so fun. Are all the footage and the vlog posted on the channel already? Yeah, we got another vlog coming. I tried to vlog the whole thing. There's so many great clips that weren't on that was just for interviews, but the interview vlog is already up on the channel. I edited together a little bit of a thing. I enjoy editing, so that was just a small thing put together. But yeah, I've been trying to just like kind of humble myself down and process everything that's been going on, but it's awesome. It's great. Anyway, back to the match though. Backhand cross. Backhand one-hander is almost a pass. Tiafoe's going to be there. No way! Backhand volley bat from Karatsev is a winner, but Tiafoe with the foot speed gets up to that drop shot. We're at 2-2. I knew we were going to see fun rallies. I don't know why the scoreboard is stuck like it is. Kind of unusual. Oh, here we go. We got back. But yeah, Atlanta Open was crazy. I hope we can upload some of the other clips as well, because I got to watch the Taylor Fritz Yibing Wu match from like court level, and Yibing Wu is one of my favorite players on tour. I think his talent is just crazy. Some of the shots he can hit. So that was just a dream, and Fritz is like my second favorite player, one of them. So meeting JJ Wolf and Alex de Minaur must have been like meeting the royal family. It's even better. It's even better, Max. de Minaur and I mean, they're some of the nicest guys. I really can't say it enough. But yeah, I looked up and Alex de Minaur just gave me a wry smile. Like I said, I was texting the Quality Shot Tennis group chat, and David is in the chat, and he just goes, he knew. I go, Alex de Minaur. I almost bumped into Alex de Minaur, and he just looked up at me and gave me a wry smile. And then David just goes, he knew, like I'm anybody, but it was so funny. Anyway, Atlanta was great. And Nishikori, who I grew up with watching Federer, I'm in love with the sport of tennis. I have been since I was a kid. I'll never not have the feeling of being at a professional tournament and just appreciating people who play the sport at the highest level, because it's a tough sport. And it was just a laid-back tournament with some of the chillest personalities. So, I don't know. It was great. I hope we upload more from the vlog, because it was fun. But yeah. Sad that Wu collapsed against Watanuki yesterday. I was so excited for that match. I was watching it live on Tennis TV. And I saw from the corner of my eye as Wu took a tumble. It was scary. Ooh, Karatsev nearly hit the shot of the year. He gets the most like amazing like foot speed, gets under the ball, but he hits it just out. That was a good rally anyway. Tiafoe trying to get the crowd up. We've already seen a few great rallies, so good stuff. Good stuff. Let me watch in a bit. Yeah, that's it, Gene. Demon is a sweetie. Yeah, Jane. Absolutely. Marcelo Melo is a great doubles player. Such a good doubles player. I got a funny story with Melo too. So honestly, most of the things that I was able to do was because I got was so lucky to get media credentials. But there was just this hotel there where like everything happened. It was actually a bit of a distance away from the turn. It was the hotel was close to the tournament, but the hotel had everything. It had the media room. It had accommodations for the players. It had so many things related to the tournament. But it was like I don't know, like maybe a quarter of a mile away from the tournament or something. So it was a little bits away. You couldn't just walk into it. But it was also so close that if the players are staying at the hotel and living there, then it's a very short walk to get to the tournament. Anyway, at the hotel, if you just happen to be staying at that hotel, you don't have to have media credentials like me. You just would have been like seeing the players as they were. Anyway, like I said, I saw Coco Gauff a couple times on the sidewalk at the hotel. I didn't have to have media credentials to do that. Like, if you were just at the hotel, you would have seen her. You would have seen a few of these other things. So it was just kind of a crazy, really laid-back experience for sure. And I don't know if that's so good that the players are not have such tight security on them where they're just like kind of walking around. But anyway, it was really nice. It was a good laid-back experience. So Do you plan to see Barbie or Oppenheimer? Max, I'm a movie buff. I saw Barbie. I saw Barbenheimer on opening night, or the second night that it was out. I watched Oppenheimer and then I watched Barbie. I was planning it since May. Max, you don't know who you're talking to. I'm like or since June. I'm the biggest movie guy. Movies and tennis are like my two things. Movies, tennis, comedy. Those are a few of my things, and music. Those are a few of my things, but movies are like, they might be in my number one. So, like, if you think I'm into tennis, then let me talk about Barbie for a good minute. Both were great. Barbie was so much fun, and Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer probably isn't my favorite movie I've ever seen, even though Christopher Nolan is my favorite director, at least one of them. But I think it's one of the best movies ever made. Like, it's so well made, and it's amazing. It really is amazing. Yeah, there it is. There's the amazing foot. We've already seen great foot speed from both players. Both players are underrated in their foot speed. So, but yeah, I saw Oppenheimer, then Barbie. It was a life-changing experience. It's a life-changing experience. But Oppenheimer was incredible. Like, Cillian Murphy is amazing. He really is. I've been on him for a bit. I was excited for this movie. Christopher Nolan is he's not overhyped. He's just awesome. So, serve down the line is good. 40 love. Back to this match though. I gotta do another thing where it's like quality shot movies or something. We're just talking about movies. Anthony, I covered the Ben Shelton match today. Is he the definition of a one-hit wonder? I'll be honest, Matt. I even from the get-go, I was like, I'm gonna gauge Ben Shelton. I'm not really buying into a hype train. I was saying this a while ago. Like, I was saying it like 9 to 10 months ago, and I still could be wrong. He still could be incredible and this like number one prospect, but I never really saw it that way because I don't think the peaks of his game are quite there. I've seen him mentally crumble a few times. I don't know. I'm not particularly surprised by this run of form. I'll just be honest. I'm not. But I think he's talented. I think he has a great serve. If he puts it together, he can be top 10 for sure at some point. But I see a definition of a one-hit wonder. I wouldn't say so just because he's so young. I would still gauge and see, but he hasn't won more than one match in a row since January, so it's not good signs for Shelton. Not good signs for Shelton. The original Pixar movie Elemental is still doing wonderful in the box office. Woo-hoo, that's it. Animated movies, that's where it's at. You can do some great things with animation, and Pixar is at the forefront of it. And that's a great movie. That's a good movie, too. It's not their best, but it's good. That one was good. Backhand Karatsev cross to the backhand slice of Tiafoe. Backhand Karatsev to the backhand slice of Tiafoe. Backhand Karatsev. That's beautiful down the line. Tiafoe thinks no way. Tiafoe's looking at the line like, what am I up against? Tiafoe looking at the line like, what am I up against? But yeah. How old is Benny Shelton? Anyone know? 20, 21? I think he's 20. I think he is 20. But yeah, anyway, Atlanta Open was crazy. It was crazy. It was insane. Atlanta Open was insane. So excited that I got to go. It was an unreal experience. Unreal. To be able to watch matches from so close by, to interview the players. I got to be so close to so many. But I want to do more of that and be close to the sport in a lot of ways. I mean, it was a privilege to be able to do that. And I hope that I'm able to do that more because it was so fun. It was just so fun. It's a great backhand behind Tiafoe. It's 15-all here. It's 15-all here. Thank you. Yeah, no problem, Ashley. No problem. No problemo. No problemo. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. So, 15-all. 15-all here. That's a good backhand return from Karatsev. I think Tiafoe is a little bit surprised at the level that Karatsev has shown up with so far. Listen, Karatsev, Tiafoe was doing much better on serve than Karatsev was in their French Open match that they played. If Karatsev's going to be returning like he is so far and getting chances on the Tiafoe serve, it's going to be danger. 30-all, that's a good serve, though. It's a good serve. Artur Fils had an impressive run in Hamburg. He really did. I've been high on Fils for a while. If I'm honest, I can't say that I was the earliest. Like, people were watching him in challengers and was like, this guy was amazing. I watched a little bit of him in Challengers in about January, and then it was really the run in, I believe, Montpellier, whichever one of those first French indoor ones came first. That really, he really impressed me there. But ever since then, I was like, this guy can be top 5. I really have been. I was like, this guy's ceiling is one of the highest in the game. He's one of the most skilled players on the tour, in my opinion. So once he owns it down on it, once he improves his backhand a bit, among some other things, he has a very complete game. Once he gets more, how would you say, consistent and more, gets his peaks of his game higher, then he's going to be really dangerous. Oh, what a forehand cross score from Tiafoe. Tiafoe was running backwards and got over the shot. Forehand cross is 4-3. We're seeing some fun rallies with two novel players. Two very novel and distinct players. You got to love it. You got to love it. We're at 4-3 for Tiafoe. Yeah, I mean, this match is so funny. I just think this match is funny because it's like, I don't know what really to expect with Karatsev, and kind of the same thing with Tiafoe. Like, you never really know exactly where you're going to get. You're going to get some great shot making. You're going to get two guys who are underrated in their speed. You're going to get two guys who can hit very well, but one guy is super flashy and the technique is a little bit questionable by some, but he gets it done. He gets it done, and the other guy is his technique is flawless, but he can hit a lot of errors. So it's these two guys. It's so funny for me to watch, but the level has been really high. This has been high level. Let's look a little bit at what the stats have been so far as well. I know the scoreboard is a little bit lagging behind. I'll try to figure that out on this changeover as well. What do we have here? 9 winners, 3 unforced, 8 winners, 5 unforced. Yep, it's been very high level. Like I said, in their last match, Karatsev hit 39 winners, which is amazing in a 4-set match, but he also hit 44 errors. So, and then, yeah, on serve, let's see, first serve points 1. Yeah, it's very good. Outside of Karatsev's second serve, it's been good. He's hit so many first serves in that hasn't mattered that much. So, anyway, 28 minutes into this one, we're at 4-3. I'm excited to see how this one finishes up. Yeah. All right, Karatsev to serve in this one. Serve out wide is too good. 15 love. 15 love for Karatsev. He played 2 years at Florida, so probably 20 or 21. Yeah, exactly, Matt, exactly. Yeah, Shelton is, I believe he's 20. He might be 21. Caroline Wozniacki is back playing professional tennis again in the Canadian Open. That's it. That's it. Caro's back. Wozniacki is back, and she's back to kill it. Big Wozniacki fan. Tennis player and marathoner as well. She loves to run marathons as well. Backhand to the backhand of Karatsev. Backhand slice into the backhand. Over, hits over it, does Karatsev, but it's long. It's 15 all. Yeah, I hope she does better playing than she did broadcasting. Yeah, well, she was a phenomenal player. So excited to see Caro back. I'm so excited to see Caro back. We are 31 minutes into this encounter, by the way. Serve down the line is just long. Serve into the forehand of Tiafoe, backhand from Karatsev into the backhand of Tiafoe, backhand Karatsev, cross to the backhand of Tiafoe, forehand down the middle to the backhand volley of Karatsev, forehand into the net. Into the net, 30-15 for Karatsev. Sui, what's good? Jerome, sorry, I missed your comment. What's up, Jerome? We got the GOAT in the chat. What's up? What's up? We got a battle here between Blood Tiafoe and Blood Karatsev. Both these guys are different. Both of these guys are different. I'm excited to see who wins because I don't think for sure that Karatsev gets the win here. Tiafoe's coming off of a Wimbledon result that I'm sure he'll be disappointed in. Washington's never been his best tournament as Tiafoe. We'll get into that as well. Backhand from Tiafoe into the forehand of Karatsev, forehand Tiafoe across the forehand of Aslan, forehand from Francis goes long, 40-15. Few errors from Tiafoe. Few errors so far from Tiafoe, so it's not going to be very happy about that. Can you guys hear me well? Is my audio good? I'm getting a little bit. Is my audio okay? Let me know. Let me know in chat if my. Let me know. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Is my audio good? Let me know. Let me know. It's getting a little bit worried about it. Serve out wide is long. Second serve. That's an ace down the line. Listen, two guys. Both these guys have hit second serve aces. You never know what you're going to get out of this matchup. Flash versus technique. Flash and Tiafoe versus the amazing technique of Karatsev. But the problem with Karatsev, both these guys' games, they go for a lot. But the thing about Aslan is he really he can hit either a lot of winners or a lot of errors. He's got the Basilashvili ball striking, where he goes for a lot with the shots. It can either be like great or not so good. Like it can be one or the other. So Matt Hill sounds great. Okay, I appreciate it, Matt. Ashley, you sound good, Anthony. I appreciate it. Yeah, Max, I wonder who ESPN will replace her with for the Open. Half their broadcasters. Coach, that's a good point. Yeah, it's a great question. It is. I do wonder that as well. They had Jensen Brooksby the other day on Tennis Channel. I was like, what? Forehand into the due side corner is a winner from Tiafoe. 30 love. 30 love here. But yeah, listen, this part of the match is interesting. We've had some good rallies, but I'm really curious when it gets to the really kind of the big points of the match, because that's going to be a battle. Backhand into the net from Karatsev. It's 40 love. Listen, the thing I love about tennis is basically boxing. You know what I mean? It's two guys going one-on-one. It's like, show me what you got. Physically, mentally, how long can you stay out here for? Show me what you got. It's kind of like martial arts boxing, but it's also completely different in almost every other way. So what am I getting at exactly? what am I getting at exactly? By the way, it's a back and return into the net from Karatsev. You have to do it with like amazing racket skills. You have to do it with just incredible shots. Like tennis is basically boxing, but with trick shots and with like racket skills and hitting crazy shots. And that's what tennis is. Tennis is such a fun sport to watch. It's such a beautiful sport. It's great on the eyes. It's like boxing in the most elegant way imaginable. If you're into that, then you're into this sport. It's like tennis is elegant boxing. You know what I mean? Tennis is beautiful boxing. That's what I like about tennis. And once this gets to the fun of it, where it's like break point, set point, match point, then listen, watch out. Because that's what I'm talking about. These two guys are going to be one-on-one with some crazy trick shots, some crazy shots, trying to kind of be out creative, trying to kind of beat each other, who can be more creative and who can hit the cooler shots. That's what I like about tennis. I like the crazy trick shots and stuff. That's always been my favorite part. Injured and suspended. He is on there right now, but I'm listening to the GOAT. Anthony, I appreciate it, Matt. I appreciate it. Jensen Brooksby in a dream colored. So yeah, I don't know why they had Brooksby commentate. It's so weird. Brooksby got to the final of Atlanta, I believe, last year. For some reason, did some weird celebration against Tiafoe where he was kind of mocking his celebration, came out of nowhere. So I don't know. I'm not really a Brooksby fan, but it's all good. I mean, no hate, but he's not my favorite. But either way, I don't know why they had him commentating. Seemed like an odd pick to me, but it's all good. They also had Opelka on there, which I like because I have no idea what Opelka is going to say next. I just have no idea what he's going to say next. So at least it's entertaining, you know. At least it's entertaining. Cross up to the backhand is... Oh, it's on the line from Tiafoe. It's a backhand lob out of nowhere from Karatsev. Is that in? Karatsev fist bumps so casually. Karatsev out of nowhere. That's what I'm talking about. These creative, crazy shots. This has been very high level so far. So, very high level so far. Anthony, that's a great analogy between tennis and boxing. Yeah, somebody clip that. Somebody clip that. I like that. I like that one. Elegant boxing. I like it. I feel like I put it into words kind of what I've had in my head for a little bit. That's kind of what it is. It's in the net, 30 love, yeah. $30 love here. Karatsev serving 38 minutes in. Serve out wide is just wide. It's a second serve coming here. Second serve coming. Backhand into the backhand of Aslan to the backhand slice of Tiafoe. Backhand from Karatsev into the net. 30-15. 30-15. Tiafoe 3 points away from taking the set. He's still down the service game, but at least something, you know. That's the good thing about serving first in a match is as you get to the closing part of the set, you put a little bit of pressure on the opponent. You kind of get more looks. Because listen, if you serve second, 5-5 break point is good, but it's not a set point. That serve is wide. Second serve coming. 5-5 add out is good, but that's not a set point. It's just a break point. Serving first is always a good thing, and that's why if you can break to end a set, that's always the best thing to do. We saw that at Wimbledon too, by the way. Second set going to the third set. Squash shot from Tiafoe into the net. We're at 40-15. We're at 40-15. Opelka looks like a Sasquatch stuffed into a suit in the studio. That's exactly what he looks like, Jane. Sasquatch stuffed into a suit. 40-15 in this one. Who did Benny lose to today? Shank. He lost to talented teenager Shank, who has been playing awesome. I watched Shank at the 2022, I believe, Australian Open for the first time. I'd heard about him in, where was it, Shanghai? It couldn't have been Shanghai. It was somewhere the year before, but I watched him for the first time in the Australian Open last year, I believe. And his forehand automatically stood out to me. It really did. I was like, this guy's forehand is amazing. And it really is. Shank's forehand could end up being one of the best on the tour. It really could be. I expect Alcaraz, Sinner, and maybe Shang. I think Shang's forehand looks absolutely unstoppable. Shang's forehand is ridiculous. We're at 5-5, by the way. This is what we want to see. We want to see the late stages of this one. So, yeah. Shang, that's it. Yeah. Backhand Karatsev into the backhand of Tiafoe. Cross is long. Left 15. Karatsev's had so many chances on the Tiafoe service game. I don't know if he's had a lot of break points. I can look real quick. I don't know if he's had a ton of break points. Has he had any break points? Has Karatsev? No break, or wait. Hold up. Okay, he's got 3 break points. He had 3 break points on Tiafoe serve, but he hasn't been able to convert any. Tiafoe's been good at saving those. Tiafoe's been good at saving those. We've had some good points, though. You can make a highlight reel just with some of the points we've seen this match. So, I mean, in the set so far. It's just been one set. Another serve coming here from Tiafoe. Out wide, forehand, backhand from Tiafoe, backhand slice of Karatsev, backhand volley, Karatsev slides. Karatsev does a full split with his famous, what is it? Famous shins or whatever. whole Instagram and Twitter page is dedicated to him. Or whole huge calves on Karatsev. Just does the full splits there. Tries to break him. Is that an ace? Is just long from Tiafoe. Yeah, no problem, Ashley. Anthony, I knew this was a couple of weeks ago now. Just wondering if you were surprised that Carlitos won Wimbledon. That's never too late to talk about a result like that. So, yeah, I mean, I'll talk about that during this changeover because that's such a crazy result. I got to talk about that during this changeover. Still good of the serve of Tiafoe. We're at 6-5. Karatsev, yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, so the Alcaraz result, there's so much to say about it. I love that it happened at Wimbledon. The match happened in such a way where there's absolutely zero things you can take away from Carlos. There's zero things. What can you say? You're like, oh, but Djokovic was this, Djokovic was that, Carlos was this, Carlos. You can't say anything. It happened at Wimbledon. Carlos earned it. He played super clutch in that fifth set. It was awesome. Yeah, Carlos really picked it up to another level in that fifth set. The stats are incredible. That how he served out that last game is one of my favorite things I've seen in tennis. He really said, yeah, I don't care. I'm going to take this. That what it takes to beat Djokovic is being a crazy person who believes in yourself that you can somehow beat Djokovic. It's like everybody on social media will be like, oh, this guy's arrogant, this guy's that. You're an idiot, you're insane, you can't beat Djokovic. You have to believe that you can beat Djokovic. And not only do you have to believe it, you have to be like, okay, I'm gonna take the risks necessary in which I might fail, but at least I'm gonna give my best shot. If we're being real, this guy, Alcaraz needs to believe in himself. He said, I'm not going to wait for Djokovic to give me this. I've watched this play out my whole life. I've been watching, Djokovic, Alcaraz said, I grew up my whole life watching Djokovic dominating. I've seen this script before. I'm coming here and I'm taking it. And I might lose. I'm sure Alcaraz would have been happy to lose. He would have been like, okay, I'm just going to give my best shot. Alcaraz gave his best shot. He had drop shots. He did all these risky plays, and it paid off for him. And that's what the big three have done all these years. If you admire the big three, you got to get to their level. You got to take the risks that they take. You got to learn how they are so mentally into it. And Alcaraz is a student of the game and a student of the big three. Djokovic said himself after that match, this guy's like all three of us combined. He said he's all three of us. And when Djokovic says that, you know it's some real thing. You know it's some real thing, but he's the first Carlos Alcaraz. But he really is like all three of them. Huge forehand cross from Karatsev. Tiafoe's looking at the crowd like, what am I up against? Tiafoe's playing well too. I'm just laughing because it's so funny to watch Karatsev just hit all these crazy winners. But both guys are playing well, so. But yeah, my thoughts on that. It was great to see a guy really clutch up, take the victory away from one of these guys in a big final at Wimbledon where he wasn't really known to be. Nobody really thought that his first big win like this against the big three would be at Wimbledon, so on the grass courts. So it was just great to see, and I yelled as it happened because I was like, finally we got one, and it should be Alcaraz. Who finally gets a Grand Slam outside of the U.S. Open. It's been so long. So the sport needed it. And Alcaraz so deserved it. I'm just excited for what's next. And that's the great thing about that win. I'm excited for what's next. But that was great to see on its own. I was so happy that whole day. And I'm still happy now because it puts tennis in such a good place. 30 love for Karatsev. It's exciting. And to answer your question, I was surprised. I didn't call it. I didn't think so. I really thought Djokovic was going to take it. At the start of the match, I did think, wow, Alcaraz is playing really well. And he's looking really much better than he did at the French Open. Once the match started getting going, I was like, maybe Alcaraz could do something. But no, before the match, no, I would not have predicted it. I definitely wouldn't have predicted the way that he won it. Chris Everett, even before the match started, said nobody beats Djokovic in 5 sets. Well, nothing lasts forever. You found the guy. Backhand from Karatsev, cross into the backhand of Tiafoe, backhand into the forehand of Tiafoe, to the backhand of Karatsev, backhand Tiafoe, into the forehand of Karatsev, cross, forehand of Tiafoe, and the forehand of Karatsev, backhand Tiafoe, into the backhand of Karatsev, cross, backhand slice. The backhand volley of Karatsev is in. Tiafoe leaves it because there's no way that should go in like that. Tiafoe leaves it because there's no way that should go in like that. It's 40-15 for Karatsev. Both guys are playing great. But Tiafoe needs to Tiafoe needs to be okay, needs to know who he's up against because he's leaving a bunch of these shots as if they're not going to go in. A lot of the shots that Karatsev hits that are usually errors are winners so far. And that's when Karatsev is playing well. When Karatsev is playing very well, he's very fun to watch. I would dare to say that Karatsev's been the better player so far. He's had way more chances on the Tiafoe serve as well, which is great for him because Tiafoe's the better server. 40-15. Second serve coming here. Backhand from Karatsev. He slips up a little bit. I think he's okay. Karatsev feeling out that leg. It was kind of a weird stumble, but we're at 40-30. I thought that was the best Wimbledon final since 2008, even better than 2019 final and the Federer-Roddick Serve-Bot exhibition 2009. Yeah, Matt, Federer-Roddick, first match I ever watched. The first match I really sat down and watched. I was like, wow, I'm going to watch this. And this, I remember it so clearly. But especially that 5th set, I watched a lot of. But yeah, I never think that's one of the best matches ever. I don't think that match is one of the best matches ever. I think it was played at a very high level. I think it was an epic. But listen, Roddick fumbled chances to go up 2-0. He should have been 2-0 up. And I don't know. It just, yeah, like you said, a lot of it was a serving exhibition. It wasn't that long of a match, especially for the scoreline that it had. So I think this was better probably than 2009 as well. I do think it was. And 2019 I'd probably put above it, but just because that one is, I mean, the stakes on it, Federer versus Djokovic, but not just that. It was just amazing. Federer played out of his mind at 38 years old almost, played out of his head. I mean, that was just the most impressive thing to me about that match. I've said it before, and I get heat for it, but the most impressive thing to me about that match was Federer playing as well as he did and getting 1 point away at 38 years old. But it was Djokovic's mental clutchness, and that's why I think Djokovic is the GOAT, and that's why that match is as renowned as it is. I love Djokovic's post-match as well. He didn't let anything affect him. The crowd, Federer, nothing. He didn't let anything affect him. And both guys played super well. Djokovic, not his best, not even close. But he found a way anyway. And it was a high-level match between two of the greats of the game. And it was so tight for so much of it. It was an epic. Absolute epic, even though it's heartbreaking. I wish the result... as a Federer, like the biggest Federer fan, that one hurts. It doesn't hurt as much as it does to most people, but it does hurt. Anyway, but that was an amazing match. I'd probably put that one above it, but 2009, I'd agree with you. It was incredible. It was incredible, and I'd only put 2019 above it since that Federer Nadal final. Anyway, we're at a tiebreaker. If you're watching the chat, let me know. Let me know in the chat who you got winning this. What's going to be the score? Let me know about the score in the tiebreaker. Ruusuvuori, did Emil get the win? I wasn't following. I saw that he was up. I didn't see it for sure before I joined in. I got to check. Let me check that real quick before I get into this. Yeah, Ruusuvuori got the win over Nishioka. That's a good one for Ruusuvuori. All right, 6-all here on the breaker. Serve into the back and return of Karatsev. Forehand into forehand of Karatsev. Cross is wide. 1-0 for Tiafoe. This is going to be interesting. Neither guy has been able to break in this set. We are at a tiebreaker. Hi, everyone. Been a minute. Hey, what's up? We got Carmenu in the chat. What's up? What's up? How's it going? Glad for you to join in. We got Tiafoe taking on Karatsev. It's 1-0. It's been fun rallies so far. 6-2 in the last set, I think. Okay, gotcha. Good for Ruusuvuori. That's a good win for Ruusuvuori. I like that too. 9-7 foe. Okay. That would be exciting. I hope you're right. I have a feeling that Novak is looking for revenge to win the US Open. I don't think so. Well, he is. he's looking for revenge. I absolutely agree with you. He's going for revenge. He's coming there as hot as he's ever been in his career. His motivations will be right here, but I don't think he's winning it. I strongly believe he's not winning it. That comes from a Novak fan. I mean, whatever, somebody who likes Novak, but I mean, regardless, I don't think he's winning it. That's my prediction. I got a feeling about Sinner that he might do something. I know that's like get burnt at the stake. It's not because I'm a fan of him. I just objectively, I think Sinner might do something. He looked so amazing last year, and he's had a great season. I think his motivations are going to be right here is Sinner, but we'll see what happens. I also think Alcaraz, Medvedev are good shouts. Maybe somebody random you wouldn't even think of might win, Kachanov or something. But I kind of don't think Djokovic is. I just have a feeling that he's not. He's only won 3 times as compared to the other slams. So, and there are so many players that play well at that tournament. We'll see what happens. Djokovic has had a long season too. At 36, it's not going to be easy, but we'll see what happens. That's just my thoughts on it. 3-1 for Tiafoe in this one. I do have a feeling about Sinner. I kind of think Sinner. I don't know if he's going to win. 4-1 for Tiafoe, by the way. Crowd is going crazy. 2:04 a.m. right now here, coffee, and will getting me through tonight to watch these matches. But you Americans and Aussies have to put up with it all year, so I guess it's fair. Yeah. I was calling commentating the matches from like 7 a.m. over here. I had to get up so early. This is so nice for a change for me to be able to do it this is when I thrive. I thrive at night. So that sounded weird. But I'm a night owl. This is perfect for me. I love the opportunity to be able to be calling the night matches in the America. I'm excited for this. Back in return from Tiafoe goes long. We're at 4-2. Karen has a stress fracture in his spine. I knew he was injured. Is that right? That's not good at all. Hope he can at least play US Open. Be disastrous for him after the best form of his career, even better than 2018. For him to suddenly not be able to play anymore. It'd be absolutely disastrous. Even at the French Open, which I think is the last tournament that he played an absolutely phenomenal match against Djokovic. So the US Open, the men's singles is unpredictable. Unpredictable as they come. Unpredictable as they come. Alcaraz, Medvedev, Djokovic going at it. World number 1 almost definitely in play. We got Sinner in there. Rublev, Rune, Fritz. Who else? We got so many players. Khachanov if he is healthy. Yeah, we're 4-2 in this one. Forehand return goes wide from Tiafoe. We're at 4-3. 4-3. Interesting first set. I really enjoyed this first set. Hour and 56 minutes of good tennis. So really enjoyed this set. Tiafoe to serve. Forehand into the backhand of Tiafoe. Backhand into the forehand of Tiafoe. Cross into the forehand of Karatsev. Forehand volley of Tiafoe. Backhand lob over Tiafoe. Smash. Karatsev is there though. Another lob, but it's going to be a put away smash. Tiafoe smashes it right where Karatsev is, but Karatsev just doesn't even go for it. We're at 5-3. Tiafoe pumping himself up to the crowd. We're at 5-3. Tiafoe just finds a way. That's why he's a top 10 player. Tiafoe is a top 10 player for a reason. You better believe it. He's really surprised me with the ceiling that he's found in his game. I mean, he's in the past. I watched videos a long time ago of him saying, I want to be world number 1. I was like, I believe this guy. But I mean, when he got stuck at like 30 in the world, 40 in the world, I really stopped. I didn't think that he would reach this level, at least so consistently. So it's great to see. And if he keeps going, then his ranking is only going to climb up. So, Korda, that's it. Yeah, Sebastian Korda is a good one. I'd love to see Jack Draper, if he's healthy, do anything. Juan Martín del Potro, get another U.S. Open in his bag. The man deserves at least 2 majors, if not way more. We're at 6-3 for Tiafoe, triple set point. Stick around for the second set, too. Now, even if it's not as close, which I'm kind of expecting Tiafoe to win in 2 sets now, we're still going to get good rallies. So, and we can chat as well, which is fun. Forehand into the forehand of Tiafoe, backhand, Karatsev into the backhand of Tiafoe, cross. Backhand from Karatsev, that's a great shot. Forehand in the net from Tiafoe. Karatsev hit some crazy shots in the set, but Tiafoe is just too steady, too good. Hey, what's up? We got Peaches in the chat. What's up? What's up? Hey, Tony and Game to Love fam. Yeah. What's up? What's up? Glad to have you. Yeah, Game to Love. Those are they know what they're doing with their channel. I got a good story about that too from the Atlanta Open. I'll talk more about my experience going to the Atlanta Open too. After just as we keep going here in the middle of sets, whatever. Serve out wide is wide from Karatsev. Aslan with the second serve. Can Tiafoe put this away now? Very good first set. Very good first set. Very fun. Very fun. A lot of fun points. Dynamic rallies. Serve into the forehand return of Tiafoe. Forehand from Karatsev. Cross. Forehand cross of Tiafoe. That's a good shot. Forehand cross is even harder. Backhand Karatsev comes in. It's a backhand from Tiafoe into the net. We're at 6-5. Karatsev said, okay, Tiafoe, I know that you can fight, but I can fight too. We're at 6-5. Both these guys are underrated in their fighting abilities. In their foot speed, they'll run down so many balls. They'll keep fighting in the matches. We're at 6-5. What happens next? You tell me. Washington crowd fully behind Tiafoe, though, to put this away right here, right now. Crowd going crazy, but the point is played in silence. What can Tiafoe do right here, right now? Serve is an ace out wide, and Tiafoe yells. Tiafoe yells. First set to Tiafoe. Who cares that's Washington in round 32, you know? Tiafoe, the first set. Fun rallies in that set, though. 59 minutes. 59-minute first set with some fun rallies. What'd I say? Tennis is elegant boxing. 2 guys going one-on-one. We saw some fun rallies there. We saw some good rallies there. Great shots. Jane, yeah, that's it. Who do we have in chat? We got Peaches. We got Jane. We got Carmenu. We got Matt in the chat as well. Who else we got? We got Max in the chat as well. Appreciate you joining in. Who else we got? We got Ashley as well. We got all the OGs in here. Stick around for the second set too, because listen, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to continue to be good shot making. My prediction now is probably Tiafoe 7-6, 6-4 or something, but you never know. Karatsev is a fighter too. And Karatsev will get confidence from how close he got and how he played in that first set. But Karatsev needs to take more of his break chances, and he needs to get any chances that he gets in the Tiafoe service games. Because listen, Tiafoe is the tiebreak master. Tiafoe went 8-0 at the U.S. Open last year. Tiafoe knows how to play the breakers. Big Foe, that's it. Big Foe yelled. He got it. Karatsev's going to be disappointed, though. That's the thing about tennis. That's another thing about this sport, guys. It sucks because you put your all into a set. But when it comes down to it, you either won the set or you lost the set. You either won the point or you lost the point. Karatsev played a wonderful first set, but it's all about the big points. He didn't get them. He did not get them. Hurkacz lost to Mo, and no surprise at all in the third set tiebreaker. Hurkacz's form has been lackluster. Hasn't been in great form, and he hasn't been as clutch as usual. There's a reason that he's out of the top 15. He doesn't deserve to be there at the moment. Because I usually like Hurkacz. I usually defend him. I think he's a talented player. I think he can hit some pretty great shots. I think he has good net skills. I think he's one of the better competitors on the tour. At his best, I think he has one of the better mentalities, but right now it's not there. Doesn't have the confidence right now. Michael Mmoh. Michael Mmoh's been impressive this year, to be honest. So not too surprised. Not too surprised. Yeah, it was a good first set. It's a good first set. And let's look at the stats of the first set before we go into the second set as well. So let's look at these stats. The stats. Karatsev got only 54% of his first serves in, but he won 93% of first serve points, which is outrageous. 58% on second serve. That's not bad either. He could have gotten more first serves into play, though. That is a thing with him. First serve percentage can get lower. Then what else? What else? 19 winners, 5 unforced errors, 15 winners, 6 unforced errors. If you're asking about the quality of that first set, it was skyrocket. That was a great quality first set, so there's no doubt about that. But here we are. We're starting the second set now. Starting up with this second set. He's got those Cincy points to defend too, does Hubie. That's it. That's it. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Very tough. I hope that Hubie can pull it together and really get his ranking up. But yeah, right now it's not looking good so far. Backhand from Tiafoe into the backhand. Karatsev hits the tape but goes over. It's a backhand to the forehand volley. It's chopped into the opposite corner from Karatsev, 30-15. This is a good match. Was hoping they would show Leylah, but this one is good. Yeah, this one's good. Fernandez is my favorite player on the women's side by a lot. I really enjoy Fernandez and her game. I think she's great. But yeah, this makes sense. This has been fun too. So I hope they show some Leylah too. I gotta check her score too. Serve is long. Second serve coming for Karatsev. Backhand into the forehand of Karatsev. Four is long from Karatsev. Long from Karatsev. Serve from Karatsev. Into the net. Backhand from Karatsev into the backhand of Tiafoe. Backhand from Karatsev in the backhand of Tiafoe. Forehand from Karatsev in the backhand of Tiafoe. That stays in very short. Forehand bunt. It's a backhand bunt from the Karatsev is there somehow. What? What? I don't know what just happened. A bunt forehand from a bunt backhand from Tiafoe stays in somehow very short. Then a bunt from Karatsev, and then a backhand. Tiafoe just plays around with it, just carves across court. Karatsev with the most amazing speed gets an impossible shot back. And that's why I went, what? Because Karatsev just went impossible there. Karatsev went video game mode. But Tiafoe said, you know what? I'm just winning anyway. I'm 33-10 on the season. I don't care. I'm a top 10 player. What can you say now? Tiafoe's like, Karatsev, I know your reputation. I know you hit crazy shots. You're a clean ball striker. I know what you bring to the game. You just reach semifinals and finals out of nowhere, beat top players as a qualifier or whatever. But listen, I'm a top 10 player now. I don't care what you got. It's advantage for Karatsev here. Tiafoe's like, I'm top 10. I don't care who's on the other side. But Karatsev is playing amazing. He's hitting so few winners. It's all winners coming from his side. So few errors. And that's the key. Karatsev has served great. Outside of, he should make more first serves in. He's only making about half. But he's been serving great in general, and he's been hitting a lot of winners. What more do you want? It's a serve. Down the line is too good. We're at 1-0. Karatsev showed up. I'd love this to be a 3-setter. By the way, after this one, Keys taking on Zhang. I'm going to be there for that. So you already know what that one's going to be. Two big hitters. They've never played before. First time of many, I'm sure, that those two are going to play each other. So you don't want to miss that. I'm excited. These two matches, I was like, as soon as I saw them, I was like, listen, it's not a final. It's not like I absolutely have to see him, but in some ways I absolutely have to see him because Tiafoe versus Karatsev is like, you never know what you get from these two outside of just great shot making. And Keys versus Zhang, that's going to be a good one. Anyway, excited for that one. That's going to be on right after this. So, but yeah, don't forget to like and sub as well. Anthony Hershey on commentary. If you like tennis, sub. Period. Tiafoe serve, forehand return, and forehand bunt from Tiafoe goes just out. Both these guys are hitting impossible shots. The level is so high. It's love 15 here for Karatsev. Karatsev's had a few chances now on the Tiafoe serve. About what you said about the men's U.S. Open being unpredictable, could the women's is also so many players have been good recently. U.S. Open, the most interesting slam this year, for sure. Yeah, French Open should have been, but it didn't end up that way because, I don't know, we didn't get a lot of great matches towards the end of the tournament, and Nadal wasn't able to play. Alcaraz cramped up against Djokovic. French Open should have been the most interesting, but it didn't end up being that way. So yeah, U.S. Open's taking its spot. U.S. Open has been the best slam of the last couple of years. Wimbledon's going to be hard to beat. Wimbledon was pretty good, but it's not unbeatable. Yeah, U.S. Open's going to be unpredictable on both sides. I agree with you. Rybakina, I would think, has a good chance, but she lost in the first round. Sabalenka has had a problem with semifinals and going really deep at majors for the most part. Backhand swing and volley from Tiafoe. Crowd roars. 40-15. Listen, I'm from the States. I'm from America. Crowd doesn't care if it's a love 15. Crowd doesn't care if it's the first round. Crowd doesn't care what's going on. If an American wins the point, they're going crazy. And they love tennis. American crowd is great. They just like tennis too. A lot of them. I mean, I'm not gonna say all of them are just like tennis fanatics, but I like the American crowd. I would say it if I didn't. I like the American crowd for the most part. Some of them can get a bit rowdy, and some of them can be a little bit get away from the tennis part of it. But for the most part, I think the American crowd is great, and they get hyped up for an American player, especially recently where we've just been screwed over. We've been screwed over. We're at 1 game all here. 1 game all, an hour and 11 minutes into this one. 11 minutes into the second set. 1 game all. Serve down the line, back in return of Tiafoe, backhand Tiafoe into the forehand of Karatsev, forehand from Tiafoe, cross into the net. Something I think that Francis does really well is he switches it up a lot. You never really know where he's going next or what he's going to do next. So that's one reason Tiafoe is so tricky to play. Some people might look at Tiafoe and be like, his game doesn't look the prettiest. His game is this, his game is that. He doesn't have the biggest serve. He doesn't have the biggest forehand. He's not as tricky as he doesn't have the trick shots of Alcaraz. But listen, he's good all around, and he switches it up a lot. He's very creative, and he's one of the best competitors on tour. So that's something I'd say about Tiafoe. 30 love here for Karatsev. I think a Washington crowd is probably different from a New York crowd. Yes, that's true. That's true. A New York crowd is first of all, New York crowd, everybody knows that crazy as they come. For better or worse. For better or worse. And there have been times where I've been like, come on. But, I think, the crowds are definitely different wherever you go. That's true. But I think an American crowd almost anywhere, they'll back the American player, which is fine. That's fine too. But Backhand from Tiafoe. Backhand into the net. New York City, baby. That's it. That's it. That's it, Peaches. Yeah, the New York City crowd is awesome. I rock with it all the way. Just so you know where I'm at. I rock with it all the way. 30-15 for Karatsev. I rock with it all the way. All the way. First serve is long, 30 all. Karatsev doesn't want Tiafoe just tiptoeing his way back, just like run away with this here. Karatsev doesn't want Tiafoe to run away with this here. So 30 all. 30 all. Tiafoe on the return. First serve is a let from Karatsev. First serve is out. Second serve coming. It's a big moment here. This is a big moment. Backhand from Tiafoe into the backhand of Karatsev. Backhand Tiafoe into the forehand of Karatsev. Backhand Tiafoe into the backhand of Karatsev. Cross. Backhand Tiafoe. Backhand of Karatsev. What a rally. Backhand of Tiafoe. Slice. Now forehand Tiafoe deep, hard into the backhand of Karatsev. Backhand is a redrop from Karatsev, but it's in the net. 34. Hard to keep up with that one. They're hitting so many different kinds of shots and so hard on the baseline. It's like ping pong. Both guys playing like ping pong. Crazy. 30-40 here. Chance for Francis to break this open. Chance for Francis to break this open. Break point. Serve from Karatsev is long. Second serve. Listen, Karatsev's played a hell of a match, but Tiafoe's more experienced and he's top 10 for a reason. Can Tiafoe just be a little bit more clutch and take the chances at the right time? That might make the difference. Big serve, though, out wide. Karatsev forehand, speaking of playing smart, Karatsev hits it behind Tiafoe. Tiafoe's running to the deuce side. Karatsev hits it to the ad side. And Tiafoe, no chance. If you can hit it behind a player, that's what you want to do. We're at deuce. Hour and 15 minutes into this one. We've seen some fun dynamic rally. It's been really high level. The winner's to unforced error count really, to me, is the best judge of if a match has been high level, and this has been high level. Advantage to Karatsev. Advantage to Karatsev. Anybody know the score for Layla's match? Yeah, Peaches. It's 6-3 for Fernandez, 5 all, and she's 15-30 on Bernarda Pera serve. So that's that one for you. Let's go Fernandez. Let's go Fernandez. It's advantage to Karatsev here. Serve is too good. It's Tiafoe out with the returns. 2-1. Center Alcaraz is still one of my favorite matches of all time. I mean, actually, it's my favorite match. It's my favorite match of all time. There's nothing else I can say. After I watched Center Alcaraz, I was like, I don't want it. I want it to be a Federer Nadal. I want it to be this or that. I know those players better. That makes more sense to me. But as soon as I watched that, it makes me excited. I was like, that match was different to me. It ended with a body serve ace. What match ends with a body serve ace? It was two guys playing super clutch for 5 hours of the highest level tennis until 2:50 in the morning, which is the latest finish in US Open history. Jannik Sinner miraculously fought back in the second and third sets, playing some amazing tennis out of nowhere when everybody thought Sinner was done. Blitzed Alcaraz 7-0 in the third set breaker. Alcaraz hits a behind the back shot. Fourth set, Sinner has a match point. Alcaraz comes back. The match never ends. Like I said, Alcaraz just finishes it once and for all with an ace down the middle of the box. That match, to me, is the best. It's my favorite match of all time. And I want to write a book about it because there's so much to say. I love that match. There's so many matches I put up there too. Federer Nadal 08. I'm not saying it's the best one. It's my favorite. It might be the best, but I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it's my favorite. Federer Nadal 08, Djokovic Wawrinka 2013, Sampras Agassi, that amazing shot-making quarterfinal. There have been great matches throughout history. Some I can't even name, but listen, like Laver Rosewall, the year-end championships. At one point, they are not ATP finals, but in one of them, they played an amazing match. McEnroe versus Borg, obviously, is one that people just go to when they want to say something from history, but that was a great one. McEnroe Connors the year after that was great as well. There have been McEnroe Lendl went 7-6 in the fifth set. So listen, there have been some great matches throughout history, but just my personal favorite, that one was incredible. And I'm so excited to see the next matches that those two play against each other because I just think they push each other in such an amazing way. And that match was amazing. Best match ever. It was ridiculously good. I love that energy, Peaches. And I agree with you. I don't know what else to say. I love that match. It's my favorite. It's my favorite match. I'm not saying I know that those names aren't on the level of almost anybody else in history. Like they're not those Sinner and Alcaraz at this moment are nowhere near the names I can name, whatever. But that was never the highest thing for me in how good a match is. The match itself was incredible. And it really, to me, it shows how amazing the next era is going to be for anybody doubting. And I think everybody needed that after what an amazing era we saw with the big three. It's kind of, to me, that match is a staple that tennis just keeps going. It doesn't end after the big three. And it didn't end after McEnroe and Borg. It didn't end after Sampras and Agassi. Tennis never ends. It keeps going. And it's going to keep going with Sinner Alcaraz. That match is a show that tennis keeps going. And it keeps going in a very exciting way because that match was crazy. Forehand is wide from Karatsev. We're at 30 all. Hey, what's up, Ghost? I came just in time to see a shirtless Tiafoe. Suddenly there's a tingle in my nethers. Don't tell my girlfriend. Okay, no problem, Ghost. I won't. What's up, Ghost? I can never predict what you're going to say on your opening statement. I feel like the main part of my streams are the opening statement that you give, Ghost. Also, I think you changed it back, right? Didn't you have that Ghost of something else, right? I think now it's Ghost of Gerolitis again. I like Ghost of Gerolitis. That's got to be the keeper. Ghost of Gerolitis in the house. Backhand into the forehand volley. Forehand from Tiafoe is a passing shot. We're at 2-2. Hey, what's up, Dachi? What's up? Glad to have you in here. Layla leads 6-5. That's it. What's her score now? 6-5, 30 all. That's great. 2 points away. Let's go, Layla. Let's go, Fernandez. Fernandez is my favorite player on the women's side. Anthony Hickromenu in chat. What's up? Connors Crickstein, US Open 1991 is my favorite of all time. I usually watch it once a year, during Christmas with nothing on TV. That's awesome. That match is crazy. I remember seeing the documentary of Connor. There's a great documentary about Jimmy Connors and his incredible run as a 39-year-old at the 1991 US Open when mostly everybody forgot about him, and then he just did this miracle run to the semis. That's an amazing match. He also came back from 2-0 and 3-0 against Patrick McEnroe in the first round. Matt, So listen, there's so many great matches throughout history. I'm not saying whatever is the best one, but I'm just saying it's my favorite. It's my favorite, honest truth. So, because that match was insane. Karatsev serve to Tiafoe, 2-all. Karatsev's done well to hang on close here. Kick serve, backhand Tiafoe into the net. First serve is a let. In honor of Wimbledon, I was temporarily doing the Ghost of James Hunt, British F1 racing star and first ballot Hall of Fame ladies man. Rev your engines, men. That's it. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's it. James Hunt, Ghost of James Hunt. I thought that's what it was. Yeah. Backhand from Karatsev is a winner down the line, 30-11. Ghost, I wish that the F1, like Drive to Survive did so well for F1 and race car driving. I wish that could have happened for Breakpoint and tennis. I feel like Breakpoint really had no idea what it wanted to do as a TV show. Like, it didn't know if it was they were making it for the fans. They didn't know if they were making it to introduce people to the sport. I don't know what Breakpoint was supposed to be. So it was disappointing to me. 30-love for Karatsev. It didn't really do what Drive to Survive did. Backhand into the net from Karatsev, 30-15. You should be Ghost of Jess Pegula for the U.S. Open, Ghost, but Jess is alive. Pegula's not dead? What are you talking about? We can't just be killing off top 5 players. It's an abomination. You can do Ghost of Pancho Gonzalez, American player from back in the day. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to think of American player that's passed away now. I don't know. I'm not here to think of names. The people editing Breakpoint were in tennis fans. That was their first mistake. Absolutely. The baseline should have been, we're fans of tennis. We're going to make this for people who don't know tennis. And that's not what that show was. It was like, we don't know tennis. Let's make something. That's what that show was. Serve down the line, backhand. So serve and volley from Karatsev. Love that. Backhand smash, but it's too good with the backhand lob from Tiafoe. We're at 40-30. I'm joking. Anthony Ghost despises Pegula. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Layla won. Okay. Nice. Let's go Fernandez. 40-30 here. 40-30 here. It's been a good match so far. Tiafoe trying to climb back in this Karatsev service game. But listen, the rallies have been so fun. So fun. Serve out wide to backhand of Tiafoe. Forehand to the net from Karatsev. Maybe a little bit of trouble for Karatsev. Layla, yep, that's it, Ghost. Ghost of Tsitsipas with slam chances. Ghost, please, can you do that one? That's great. Ghost of Tsitsipas with slam chances. I think Lexi is going to be so mad, though, if you do that. Ghost. You know what I mean? I think Lexi's not going to be happy with you. But that would be good. My God. Double fall from Karatsev, by the way. It's a break point for Tiafoe out of nowhere. It's Karatsev at 40-15, but that's the thing. 40-15 can turn to a break point just like that. Ghost wants to see Carlos beating Stefanos again. Yeah. Sick burn, Ghost. Yep, that's it. Tiafoe with the advantage here. Serve into the net. A second serve coming from Aslan. Backhand from Karatsev into the forehand of Tiafoe. Forehand, cross into the forehand of Tiafoe down the line. Backhand into the backhand of Tiafoe. Cross, forehand from Karatsev. Inside in. Forehand on the run into the net. Karatsev saves another. We're at deuce. Here. Serve down the line, back in return from Tiafoe. Forehand, kind of weird shot. Spins up. Tiafoe somehow goes long. Goes long from Tiafoe. We're at advantage for Karatsev. Ghost of Camila Georgie's doctor's Yelp reviews. Ghost. Come on. Carmeno, brilliant, yeah. Oh my god. That's good. That's good, Ghost. Advantage. Karatsev serve down the line. It's too good. We're at 3-2 for Karatsev. We're at 3-2 for Karatsev. I didn't mind break point, but it could have been more. It showed things that fans who follow the tour already knew exactly, and for trying to attract new fans, didn't explain the scoring system or anything. It certainly didn't make it seem that interesting for fans coming in. It's like, why would people who don't know the sport be interested in Matteo Berrettini's personal life? Like, nothing against Berrettini, but like, or against any of the players who are on it, but I like, why, you know what I'm saying? Why would it bring new people in? Like, I wanted them to be like, listen, tennis, listen, if you just turn on tennis for a second, it might look like just, you don't know really what's going on. People hitting a ball with a racket. Maybe it seems boring to some people, but let's look at why it's interesting. Let's look at why some people actually enjoy watching this, because tennis can be a hard sell. Let's sell it. Why are we like, it didn't do it wasn't particularly interesting for people who follow the sport. It didn't really give anything new for people who are trying to get into the sport. So I agree, it wasn't bad. There were parts of it I enjoyed, but I also felt like it was, it definitely could have been better. Breakpoint was just a behind the scenes, really lackluster. I agree, yeah. Yeah, that part of it didn't really need to be there. There were certain parts I found interesting, like a few points of the parts of the U.S. Open I thought was interesting with Tiafoe as well. With the Indian Wells, I like that episode. The French Open was interesting at times. Tony Nadal with Nadal and Felix. I mean, some parts of it were kind of interesting, but yeah. And as Ghost said, they missed out huge matches like Alcaraz Sinner. That match, I'm going to be the guy who defends Alcaraz versus Sinner at the U.S. Open. We shall not forget how good that match was. No, I like that match a lot. I think that one's great. 3-2 for Karatsev. I'm never going to be the guy like, okay, but Jannik Sinner versus Alcaraz, why is that match so good? That's one of the best matches of all time. Tiafoe serve down the line. We're at 15 love. 15 love here. Anyway. This has been a good match. It's been a good match. Like I said, the first set was very high level. It's like 19 winners, 5 unforced for Tiafoe, and very similar for Karatsev as well. Just more winners, obviously. Serve into the forehand of Karatsev, forehand of Tiafoe, cross court. Karatsev does a Tiafoe thing. He leaves it, but it catches the line. Catches the line, though. There's going to be a season 2. Hopefully we're blessed with a miracle and it's much better. I agree, Carmeno. And obviously the thing is, there's not a whole lot that, like, it's not like they need to re-scrap the whole thing. But yeah, they need to get a completely different mindset about how they're going to film the show. And they need to do less behind the scenes and more like, okay, but why should we care? Like, I'm sorry. I'm not, like, I know some people find that interesting, but like, for the tennis aspect of it, I hope it really brings more people in. What a backhand pass from Karatsev. Tiafoe gets a racket on it, but that was an amazing flick backhand pass from Karatsev. 30-15. 30-15. Tiafoe has really showed up with a good level, though. Tiafoe does what Tiafoe does. He's fought out of trouble. He's hit some amazing shots on the way, some great angles with the forehand. He switched it up. He's gotten the crowd involved. It's a forehand into forehand of Karatsev on the slide. Backhand from Karatsev into the backhand of Tiafoe. Backhand from Tiafoe is long. We're at 30 all. Do they do the super tiebreaker in DC? No. It's just regular score. Full played out third set. That's it. All right, here we go. 30 all here. If Karatsev wants a chance in here, he'll want to take his chance right here. He's let too many chances slip into the ground. Tiafoe is going to get his own chance on the Karatsev serve if he doesn't take one. Backhand from Karatsev into the backhand of Tiafoe. That's a good shot. Forehand drop volley. Karatsev is there, though. Why'd he do a lob? Bad shot choice from Karatsev. I don't know if he was tired. I don't know if he didn't have it in the legs, but that was not... Listen, a lob in tennis is playing Russian roulette. A lob can be good, but you have to make sure you hit it well because you're hitting right into the sweet spot. Listen, when you hit a lob, the other guy's at net, and that's when they can hit down on the ball. They can hit an overhead. They can hit a swinging volley. That's their sweet spot. If you're hitting a lob, you need to make sure you're hitting it well. So it's 40-30. Ooh, buffering. There we go. Okay, good. Yeah, let me know if it's lagging up. Let me know, Carmenu, if it's lagging up. You'll be my lag person. Let me know if it's lagging. I don't want it to be lagging. It's an ace from Tiafoe, by the way. Tiafoe served really well so far. At least served much better. 3-all. 3-all here in after an hour and 32 minutes. Breakpoint was kind of like a soap opera. It was more about the players than the sport, in my opinion. Completely agree. I completely agree. They should have focused it more, in my opinion, on the sport itself, and they should have tried to get more people involved in the sport and shown the best of tennis and why people should be interested in it. Because, that's not a way you're going to get people interested in tennis. It's just not. We got to be honest about it. Backhand into the forehand of Tiafoe. Backhand drop volley. Tiafoe can't get there even with his foot speed. I mentioned earlier, Tiafoe has underrated foot speed. Tiafoe is very quick, and he, in my opinion, hot take, Tiafoe might have the best foot speed getting drop shots. Tiafoe, in my opinion, I've watched him for a while. He has some of the best foot speed running up to net and getting to drop shots. He really does. His foot speed getting to drop shots near the net is amazing. Not his lateral movement going side to side, but his movement going forward and back in the court is just phenomenal. Forehand from Tiafoe inside out. Backhand slice from Karatsev. Is it on the baseline? Is it in? It is in. Tiafoe looking at the baseline, but it is in. We're at 30 love. We're at 30 love. Might have just been me, Anthony. I live in Malta and the internet is terrible. Okay, got you. Yeah, no problem, Carmen. No problem. Better than Demon. Getting to drop shots, yes. Demon has much better movement going side to side, but in terms of hitting effective shots running forward, I do think that he has the better shots getting drop shots. Not side to side, not going everywhere, but if you watch Tiafoe's foot speed running to net, it's unbelievable. It really is. And he hits some amazing, he can hit so many shots from that position. I really think so. But anyway, 30-15 here. Alcaraz, obviously, you have to put on there. There's a few players, Murray, who can hit really great shots running forward. Djokovic as well. Peaches, the Demon is faster. The Demonor is way faster, I think. But I just, in terms of hitting effective shots at net running forward, getting to drop shots, I like Tiafoe. I don't know if he's the fastest, but he's one of the fastest. I wouldn't even be that surprised to say he's number one. He's really remarkable at his foot speed moving forward and hitting responses to drop shots. He's really good in that department. Murray, yeah, but young Murray. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It can't be Metal Hip Murray. Metal Hip Murray sounds like, I don't know, like a character that you, a video game character you get along the way as you're like deep into a video game. I just unlocked Metal Hip Murray. We're at 4-3 for Karatsev. Murray's the GOAT. Murray is the GOAT. He's a legend. We are at 4-3. Tight second set, just like it was in the first set. Tight second set, just like it was in the first set. We have the second worst internet in the whole of Europe. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah, I was hoping it wasn't mine. Wasn't my internet. Iron Man Murray. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. And listen, I don't think. I know Tiafoe's not. Alcaraz is way faster than Tiafoe. Like there are players who are faster than Tiafoe, but yeah, I like his coming forward. I like his shots coming forward. Looks like this could be a 7-6, 6-7, 7-6 match. It could be. I don't think it will be. I think that one of these guys is going to break one of the other ones for sure. I don't think it's going to be 3 tiebreakers. If this goes 3 sets, I don't think it's going to be 3 breakers. And I like Tiafoe's chances to finish this in straight sets, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting, Matt. Metal Hip Murray was my favorite garbage Pelican. He was a good one. Yeah, he was one of my favorite ones. He was a rare collectible. Garbage Bell Kids were awesome. Yeah, that was great. Let's hope Murray is still hungry like the wolf. He's getting Wimbledon next year. You better watch it. He's getting Wimbledon next year, and then he's retiring. I hope so. That'd be awesome. I just want him to get to a second week of a major. It's about time. It's about time in his comeback he gets to the second week of a major at least. At least that, please. I mean, come on. Let's hope Murray is still hungry like the wolf in terms of winning the matches. Yeah. Serve down the line is too good. 15 love for Tiafoe. 15 love for Tiafoe. But yeah, if you're just joining, Karatsev's had a ton of chances on the Tiafoe serve, but he hasn't been able to break. Tiafoe, as he does, pulled up clutch in the breaker in the first set. And since then, Karatsev, again, has had a few chances. Not that many breakpoint chances, but a lot of 15-30s, love 30, and a few breakpoint chances as well. Karatsev comes to net. It's a great backhand pass from Tiafoe. 30 love. 30 love here. But yeah, it's been a really fun, dynamic rally throughout the match as well. Yeah, 30 love here. Anthony Hirsch here on commentary. If you want to check out my channel as well, Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. I'm at Commentary Booth on Twitter. I also posted up my vlog of Atlanta Open on my channel. It's also on Quality Shot Tennis. But yeah, Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. At Commentary Booth on Twitter. Tennis Commentary Booth on Instagram. Oh, what a forehand from Karatsev. What a forehand from Tiafoe. Slap shots. Oh, the other side of the racket from Tiafoe. It's a forehand long from Karatsev. What did Tiafoe just do? Those were the other way around. They're not showing a replay, which is absolutely ridiculous. That was maybe the most impressive point of the match. It's not going to be the one that's on the highlight reels, but that point was crazy because they hit the way they were hitting those shots. Karatsev hit the most amazing, no legs, just full arm and wrist control slap shot cross court, and Tiafoe was there and did the exact same shot back at Karatsev. Karatsev hits what should be a winner to the opposite corner, and then Tiafoe hits it with the other side of his racket for a lob. They don't even show a replay, and then they'll show a replay to the most simple winner inside in. You know, Karatsev doesn't even try on the return route 4-4. Anyway, that was an amazing point. That was an amazing point. Who you think get into? Yeah, it's a good question. It's a good question, Sion. I think Tiafoe's winning this in straight sets, but let's see what Karatsev can do. Let's see what Karatsev can do. And yeah, definitely join in for the match after this too. Right after this one, I'll have Zhang taking on Keys. You don't want to miss that. You know how good that one is. Two big power hitters. They've never played each other before. This is early rounds Washington, but that one's going to be a good one. It's going to be fun. Join in for that one, at least for a bit. Love 15 for Tiafoe. Tiafoe out of nowhere suddenly is 7 points away. Korda is playing tonight. Tomorrow. I think he's playing early tomorrow, I think, Peaches. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's tomorrow. I think it should be tomorrow that he's playing. Or no, it might be tonight. I gotta check. And make sure. It might be today. Forehand from Tiafoe goes long. I think he is. Yeah. Korda plays Shevchenko. I'm wrong. Yeah, you're right, Peaches. Peaches, you are correct. Korda is playing Shevchenko tonight. I like the Shevchenko kid. He seems great. He seems super genuine. I like his game. I'm not sure if he has the highest ceiling ever, but he looks great. He's very talented. I watched him play Sinner in Monte Carlo a few months ago. He looked great, so I'm excited about him as well. He's been good in a few of the smaller tournaments as well, a couple of the 175 challengers, so he's been good. Zhang recently won her first title, long overdue if you ask me, absolutely. She's been amazing the last 12 months, long overdue. And she's a young player, but long overdue. I agree, Carmeno. Agree, happy with her. Yeah, Zhang is fantastic. She's so talented. Such an amazing big ball striker. Absolutely. Serve is a let from Karatsev. Karatsev doing well to be clutch too, but this really is a high level match. You love to see it. First match that Quality Shot Tennis commentates since Wimbledon, by the way. First match of the North American swing. So everybody, Welcome to the North American swing, Welcome to the North American swing. We're going to have a good one. Backhand from Tiafoe to the backhand of Karatsev. Backhand Tiafoe to the backhand of Karatsev. Backhand Tiafoe. Forehand of Karatsev. Inside out. Is it just out? It's called out. It was close. It was out. 30-all. A chance for Tiafoe. He's 6 points away. Tiafoe is 6 points away. Hey, what's up? I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for listening in. Glad I can bring it for you, bring the commentary. I've done 2 men's matches today, so I'm getting keys tonight. Speaking of women's tennis, how about that Svitolina match last night? Yeah, Svitolina was unbelievable. Svitolina is killer. She's one to watch, and Azarenka battled back well too. But yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, Matt, keep up the everybody. If you're not following Quality Shot Tennis on Twitter, make sure to follow Quality Shot Tennis. They got all the stuff for you on. Matt is just recently joined the team. He's blogging all of these matches and talking about it up on the Twitter. So definitely join in. That's a lot of fun to follow as he does these matches. Slice of Tiafoe into the backhand of Karatsev down the line. Forehand Tiafoe into the forehand drop volley. Tiafoe runs. That's what I'm talking about. Getting to the drop shots. Oh, what happened there? Oh, Tiafoe volleyball. Tiafoe with a volleyball shot. He hits it twice to get it over. That's what I'm talking about. Tiafoe has a million options once he comes to the net. de Minaur is faster than Tiafoe, but Tiafoe has so many options once he runs forward. He hits this cute slice shot that goes, I don't even know how to describe it, but Karatsev with the passing shot. We're at 5-4 for Karatsev. Some crazy, weird rallies. Matrix rallies in this one. We're seeing some matrix rallies. That was one of the best matches I've seen this year. I didn't see a lot of it. I saw some parts of the start of it when Svitolina was really running away with it. And then, here it is one more time. Karatsev from his knees hits an amazing slice shot. Then just a perfect flick from Karatsev. And Tiafoe's shot just hits the net, just barely. But very, very great hands from both players. Tiafoe just a little bit too cute with that last shot. A little too cute with it. Ghost with the great question. Okay, Anthony, question for you. Who's more likely to have a breakout year in 2024? Fils or Lehechka? Yuri Lehechka. I think Artur Fils is better. I am higher on Artur Fils' ceiling. I think Yuri Lehechka clearly is going to be a top 15, top 10 player. I think there's very little doubt about it. But I really like Artur Fils' ceiling. In terms of who breaks out next year, I would venture to say that you could argue Yuri Lehechka is a breakout star of this year, reaching Australian Open quarterfinals. But since then, he hasn't done a whole lot. He had a pretty decent clay swing, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. Grass court at Wimbledon, he looked great too, which makes a lot of sense with his game. But he got injured and had to retire against Medvedev. But it's a good question. My answer to this question is very simple. I think Fils is going to be miles away the better player. That's my opinion on it. I think Fils is going to be miles away the better player at the end of the day. In terms of next year, I think they're going to probably be about even, but I think one of the next 3-4 years, Artur Fils is going to break out in an amazing way. And by that, I mean win a big event. By that, I mean reach top 10, top 5 in the world. Top 10 at least. I know top 5 is a big thing to say, but at least top 10 in the world. I think Artur Fils in the next 3-4 years is going to break out. Whether it's next year, I'm not sure. It's actually going to be really interesting to watch. I'll say Lehechka is going to have the better season next year, but I think overall in the next 3-4 years, it's going to be Artur Fils who just runs away with having the better results. That's my opinion. But I think next year, maybe Lehechka could still be the better player, as he is a little bit older than Artur Fils as well. By the way, Karatsev 3 points away from taking the set, but I like both guys. So forehand from Karatsev to the forehand of Tiafoe hits the tape. We're at love 30. We're at love 30. Aslan is doing a little bit of a comeback. We're at love 30 here for Karatsev. We're at love 30 here for Karatsev. Really miss Naomi on tour. Exceptional ball strike, just so talented. Her composure is top notch. Yeah, she's a top player through and through. One of the best players in the world, and four slams speak for themselves. Yeah, I miss Naomi too. She was always fun to watch. Love 30 here for Karatsev. I totally agree, Carmeno. I'm gonna have to catch a replay of the Svitolina Vika match. Yeah, me as well. I'll need to catch a replay too. And then what a return from Karatsev. Squash shot from Tiafoe. It's a forehand volley into the net. Karatsev frustrated, wants it into the net out of frustration. Both of these guys are looking at the crowd like, who am I playing? Who's on the other side of the court? Because listen, this is about as good of a shot-making match as you'll see in the first round of a tournament. I guess it's second round, but first match for Tiafoe. This is just really fun shot-making, so this is what I love to see. Very creative shot making from both players. 30 all. I started the match and I said this is flash versus technique. Tiafoe ever flashy. Karatsev's technique and clean ball striking is incredible. But it's really, this has been flash versus flash. Both players have come out here and just hit highlight reel after highlight reel. It's been a highlight reel of a match so far. You can only hope it goes 3 sets. High level. Backhand from Karatsev is cross-court, but it's just wide. That's the tiny margins of the sport. 40-30 for Francis. 40-30 for Francis here. By the way, Anthony Hirsch here on commentary. Hope you guys enjoy. If you enjoy, don't forget to subscribe as well. Quality Shot Tennis. We got all the tennis content for you. Don't forget to like the video. Let's get the likes up as well. First match since Wimbledon. Let's get the likes up. Don't forget to like if you're enjoying. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe as well. Hit the notification bell too. All of that junk. Backhand, inside out. To the backhand of Karatsev cross. Backhand Tiafoe. He's running all over the court, but it's too good from Karatsev cross court. With the forehand, we're at deuce. This looks like the Karatsev of 2 years ago. I'm telling you, Matt, I've been watching I'm a fan of Karatsev. I've been having a close eye on him. Ever since Madrid, even a couple tournaments before that, he's been looking amazing. I didn't come into this match thinking that Karatsev has a bad chance of winning it. Karatsev is dangerous, and he's been dangerous recently. Both guys have been in great form. Like I said, Tiafoe won Stuttgart in a very, very good match in the final, to say the least, against Struff. The match point in that match was one of the best you'll ever see. Stunning match, that one. And he's won a title on clay and grass courts. Hard courts is actually the one missing. Backhand slicing the backhand of Tiafoe is a slice. There's a drop shot, redrop from Karatsev. Backhand lob, it's too good. Karatsev is there. We got a set point coming. These guys are very competitive tonight. You wouldn't know that this is Washington first round or whatever, second round of 32, because both guys are fighting like hell. Both guys want this. And both guys are playing so high level. This is a fantastic match. If this was a final of a tournament, you'd be like, wow, this is incredible. It's a good match. Good shot-making match here. Advantage to Karatsev. Serve into the net. Second serve coming. It's a second serve to work with for Aslan as well. Forehand cross into forehand of Karatsev back to the deuce side. Tiafoe runs to net. Backhand flick. How does he make that into the court? But it's a backhand put away from Tiafoe. Backhand put away from Tiafoe. Tiafoe showed up with the level too. This is amazing stuff from both guys. Deuce. And they've showed up with the speed too. Both guys running all over the court. This is a quality match for a first round. It's kind of blowing my mind. I think it's a great first round. It's one of the better first round matches you'll see. I knew I wanted to see it. I didn't even expect it to be this good. We're at deuce. This is exceeding my expectations. We're at deuce. Tiafoe to serve. That's an ace from Tiafoe. How many aces has Tiafoe hit? We haven't looked at the stats very much, just because I know it's good. I'm not looking at the stats very much because I know it's high level all around from both players. But how many aces has Tiafoe hit? It's got to be a lot by this point. 8 aces for Tiafoe. 7 for Karatsev is a good stat too. But yeah, this is a good serving performance from Tiafoe. It's a shot. round match, but this is first class ball striking. This is first class shot making, and this is first class crowd energy. This is first class crowd energy. I like the crowd I like the energy in the crowd. Is DC becoming a fan favorite? It's been Ghost. DC's been a fan favorite. I've seen players be like, Washington is a sneaky good tournament. I've seen people be like, you wouldn't attribute Washington with a crazy crowd, but the crowd in Washington's always crazy. I've seen players say that. Washington's always been one of my favorite 500 tournaments. So, I'm not surprised by this at all, but I'm surprised by how good this tournament is. Who won, by how good this match is, I should say. Who won this tournament last year? Was it Keegs? That's a good question. I should look this up. Kyrgios beat Tiafoe last year in the quarterfinals. So I know he did very well, but I'm kind of blanking on who won. I will look that up. But he took out Tiafoe last year. Year before that, Jenson Brooksby beat Tiafoe at this tournament. In Tiafoe's second round of 2021, Brooksby beat Tiafoe in straight sets. Last year, Kyrgios beat Tiafoe in a tight 3-set match. This is a tight match. It might be 3 sets. We'll see. It's a tight match here. Tiafoe just managed to hold and save set points. That's a great forehand off the slide. This is obscene from both. Backhand, get to the drop shots, a flick into the net, though. We're at 30 love. Kyrgios won 2019, I think. Beat Nishioka in the final. Okay, that's right, Nishioka. I think Nishioka won. Or what? Did he get to the final or did he win? Nishioka had a great stretch at this part of the season last year. I'll have to look it up. But he had a great stretch at this part of the year last year. He really went up a tier in the rankings. He was always around like 48th, 50 in the world. He really climbed up to like the top 30 and into seeding positions. But yeah, that's right. Kyrgios beat Nakashima in the final. Wow, didn't remember that. I didn't remember that, to be honest. 30-15 here. Thanks, Carmino. Yeah. Carmino's a legend. Y'all are legends. Thank you all for joining in. I have more stories to say from Atlanta, too. Anybody who didn't know, I got the great opportunity to go to Atlanta Open as a media person. I had media credentials at the Atlanta Open to interview players there, and it was so fun to interview players and do all of that. So, and to see player matches from super close by. We'll be uploading more to the channel as well, clips from that. More of the kind of me vlogging, me being there. But yeah, it was awesome. So I have more stories from that. So stick around. I'll talk more about that too. But it's 40-15 here. 40-15 here in this one. Really fun match. And after this one, we got another fun match. We got Keys taking on Zhang, and that's going to be fun too. Serve out wide, forehand from Tiafoe. Backhand hits behind Tiafoe. That's not the first time Karatsev has done that. Listen, both of these guys have done really well at switching it up, at hitting behind the other player. Really, really good. Gee, that's fantastic. Which players did you interview? I got to interview Taylor Fritz in person. I was like 2 feet away from him when we were interviewing. I got to interview JJ Wolf, who's just a legend. JJ Wolf, I mean, I know it's a giant meme. Keep it up, by the way. I think it's awesome. But I got to see JJ Wolf. And listen, let me tell you just straight up. JJ Wolf was the nicest person ever. He was so nice. He was so genuine. He's exactly how you would want him to be in person. As soon as he got there, he was just cracking jokes. I got to interview Wolf. I got to interview Fritz. I got to interview Nishikori, who I've been watching since I've been a kid following tennis. I got to interview Dominic Kopfer. I got to do a one-on-one interview. Check out the, not the live stream section, but the video section of Quality Shot Tennis, because we over there, we got some of the interviews. After this match, though, don't go. Don't leave. I didn't give you permission to leave. Don't go yet. But after the stream, or you can go for a second, come back. But yeah. It was so fun. I want to do more of it. It was such a privilege. I got so lucky to be able to do that. Nishikori, I mean, I can believe it. I was walking up there with my brother and I was like, what the hell is going on? We were walking in silence. I was trying to think of what questions I was going to ask him. And I just said, what the hell is going on? My brother's just laughing. All these interviews are on video. They are. Yes, Gus, they are on video. I recorded all of it. I recorded a whole vlog of me going. I have a ton of clips. There's a vlog on the Quality Shot Tennis channel right now of all the interviews that I did. I was rooting for JJ Wolf in Atlanta. Me too, Ghost. Before the tournament started, I was like, can Wolf do something here? He did. He got to a tight three-setter against Isner and last year. I was thinking maybe JJ Wolf has a chance. He played fantastic in Atlanta. So fun to watch him live too. Wow, Nishikori, that's amazing. Yeah. Anthony, you should do freelancing of interviewing tennis players. I'd love to do that. I'm hoping soon to start up a podcast where I'm interviewing players or something of that sort. That would be so much fun for me to do. I'd love to do that. That to me, that's like the peak. I'd love to interview players. I'd love to do that. Live commentary also, but yeah, I'd love to do both. So, but yeah, I was obviously very new to it, so I don't think I was amazing. There's still stuff for me to learn, but yeah, that was cool, Tony. Hope you had fun. Yeah, I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, we'll be uploading more of that too. But yeah, I'm still processing. I'm trying not to go over my head because it's so easy to do that after an experience like that. Trying to just like kind of, but it was insane. And to interview Nishikori especially, and Fritz, who's number 9 in the world. But listen, JJ Wolf, I love JJ Wolf. Yeah, Peaches, JJ Wolf. He's my second favorite player, I think, behind Sinner, at least now. At the time, he was like, is he my second favorite player? He's up there. He's now my second favorite player behind Sinner. He's just he's exactly what you would want him to be in person. He was just cracking jokes. He was just so genuine, so funny, yeah. Shout out JJ. And as I left the hotel after interviewing JJ Wolf, he literally was still in the lobby. He was the only player that stayed in the lobby of the hotel where I interviewed. And he literally waved see ya to me as I left the hotel. I was like, that's just the awesomest thing ever. One of the best experiences of my life so far, going to the Atlanta Open. And JJ Wolf was the highlight. I was trying to think when the day ended, what was the highlight of my day? And I was like, JJ Wolf. I'm not kidding. Forehand, that's too good with the backhand down the line. 30 all here, 2 points away. But yeah, half the stories I say won't sound real. I saw Coco Gauff's just sitting on her couch on her phone at the hotel. My favorite story is the De Minaur story. I told it earlier in the chat. I've said it a couple times, but I'll say it again too. It's a big point coming here though. A lot of focus on this match. So true. He looks like an 80s firefighter, old man with a mullet. Theo Vaughn of tennis. Yeah, he's awesome. He's great. So kick serve to the backhand of Karatsev. That's hard. That's a good return. And the backhand into the net from Karatsev. He had it, and he just missed it into the net, but he had it. He had it. I watched the video. You were so pumped after interviewing Fritz. Yeah, I was like, what is my life? I was like, my life is crazy right now. And I just had to remember where I started and how I got here. And I was just like, that's crazy. Nishikori, JJ Wolf. I was like, what the hell is going on? 40-30 is so good. Such an awesome experience to do this. So good. I'm so lucky. So yeah, I just checked the video out. So cool and loved how pumped you were after. Yeah, I appreciate Carmino. My passion for tennis is so big. I mean, it starts with Federer. If I'm telling my honest experience with tennis, it all starts with Federer. Federer to me was by like 10 multiples, my favorite player to watch in tennis. When he retired last year, I was like, that is a huge blow to the sport, but the sport keeps going. But Federer to me, I'm a lifelong fan of Federer. He's the first guy I ever watched play. He was just different, and just my passion for the sport. I was always a passionate fan of Federer, but it's a passionate fan of tennis first and foremost. And my dream is to interview Federer. We'll see if that ever happens. It probably won't. It almost definitely won't, but that would be the dream. But yeah, Federer's tennis was like poetry in motion. Exactly. And he was my first guy. He's the guy who introduced me to the sport. He got me super passionate and involved in the sport, but my passion is deeper than just him. My passion is with the game. I love playing tennis too. So I love everything about it. I love going to tournaments where everybody is super competitive and everything. And I don't know. I love how hard of a sell tennis can be. And I don't know. I love everything about this sport. So to be able to do that, I was just very passionate afterwards. I'm just very privileged to be in this position. Not to say I didn't work hard for it, because I worked hard to get to this spot. But I'm very lucky and very, very privileged as well. 2-1 for Tiafoe in this one. I love me some tennis on a Tuesday night. Yeah, that's it, Noah. That's it. 2-1 for Tiafoe. I'm showing my age, but I used to wear Andre Agassi's denim shorts when I was 11 years old. That's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome having. I mean, listen, I have to be unbiased commentator mode on here. I have favorites. I have favorites, and it's awesome supporting the. It's awesome supporting the players who you really enjoy. JJ Wolf. I'm never gonna be unbiased when I commentate for JJ Wolf. That is a promise. JJ Wolf is the GOAT. JJ Wolf's a legend. Forehand Tiafoe into the backhand cross. Backhand Tiafoe down the line. Forehand cross. Tiafoe there with a huge forehand. Did he make it? No way. He missed it. He just missed it. Tiafoe was inches away from the most replayed shot of the month. Tiafoe just went for absolute broke, and he was an inch away from making it. That was wild. JJ wishes he has a Grand Slam now, like Roger Federer. He'll get it. Wolf is the GOAT. And yeah, Fed is still one of the best of all time. He still is. I'm not saying he's the best of all time, but he's one of them. He's right up there. It's insane what he did. Backhand slice down the middle. Forehand Tiafoe. Forehand there from Karatsev. It's a volley. It's a forehand behind Tiafoe. Karatsev is on the ground. Reminds me. You'll not see a better first round match than this, or at least a whatever first match for the seeds. Tiafoe got a bye, but look, I mean, this is phenomenal. I want JJ to win Cincy, kind of a home tournament. That would be a dream. JJ Wolf, U.S. Open champion. Let's go, Carmelo. That's it. Wolf for the U.S. Open. He's just how I wanted him to be in person. Listen, I have a story about Atlanta. My day wasn't going very well. It didn't start off well at all. I was like, wow, this day is garbage. Like, everything was going wrong at the start. Like I said earlier in the stream, the woman said she didn't have my credentials for the media. The printer wasn't working to print them out. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. And then as soon as JJ Wolf stepped up in court, I was like, yeah, today's awesome. To see him live was crazy. That's a backhand pass from Karatsev. We're going 3-3. This is as good of a first round match as you'll see. Enjoy this. I knew Zhang versus Keys later on tonight was going to be fun, but this has exceeded expectations. You couldn't have asked for a higher level than this. How high level has it been, you ask? You ask. Let me tell you. Am I match stats? Set 2, match. This is a whole match. 8 aces for Tiafoe, 7 aces for Karatsev. 81% first serve points, 58%. That's good for Karatsev. That can go much lower for Karatsev on second serve. Very good serve stats for Tiafoe. And then winners, 36 winners, 14 errors for Karatsev. That is Karatsev at his best. 28 winners for Tiafoe. He doesn't always hit that many winners. 8 errors. That's his unbelievable level from both guys in this one. Unbelievable level from both guys in this one for a first round match. So you just got to enjoy it. What happens next? You tell me. I've said it before. Tennis is a script that writes itself in real time. A lot of fun to watch this. See what happens. Tiafoe to serve. It's a double fault from Tiafoe. We're at 4-3 for Karatsev with a mini break. Karatsev gets a mini break. Listen, Karatsev wins both of these service points. Suddenly he has 3 set points. That's a tiebreaker. That's the best match I've seen post Wimbledon without even a question. I haven't seen anything that gets like this. I agree with you, Matt. This has been very fun. It's been very fun. Karatsev's serve hits the tape and goes long. It's a second serve. Second serve coming for Karatsev. Back in return into the net from Tiafoe, an audible moan from the crowd. The crowd is for Tiafoe. Carmelo, oh no, Tiafoe feeling the pressure. Listen, Francis has played an incredible match. Like I said, 28 winners. Tiafoe doesn't always hit that many winners. It's been a fantastic match from the perspective of Francis, but it's Karatsev at 5-3. As you can hear a plane flying overhead in Washington. The crowd is loud, but now you can hear a pin drop. Backhand into the backhand of Karatsev, backhand Tiafoe. This is a massive point. 5-3 into breakers, always big. Forehand of Karatsev, cross. The forehand of Tiafoe, cross. Forehand Karatsev. Forehand of Tiafoe, cross. It's a forehand cross into the net. We're at 5-4. Tiafoe gets it right back, and Tiafoe gets it right back. Tiafoe's shot making has been great too. It's not just Karatsev. Tiafoe has played a wonderful match. Great match all around. What happens next? You tell me. Unpredictable. Both guys have competed so well. Have they given out the wild cards yet for the US Open? I don't think so. I don't believe so. Big serve down the line is too good. Tiafoe lets out a yell and jumps up. Venus Williams, US Open champ 2023. That would be incredible. That would be incredible. Venus Williams wins the women's singles. Rohan Bopanna wins the men's doubles. Both of them 43 years old, you know. That'd be crazy. We're at 5-5 in this one. Karatsev taking on Tiafoe, Washington. Don't forget to like the video as well. Let's get the likes up. Don't forget to subscribe. First match since Wimbledon. I don't think we could have gotten a better one for Quality Shot Tennis. To do a first one of the North American swing. We're in the States, and you better believe we're in the States. The crowd is bringing it. It's forehand into the forehand of Karatsev. Down the line is a clean winner. We're at 6-5 for Karatsev. Or is it out? It's out. 6-5 for Tiafoe. That must have been so close. I thought it was in. That's out by this much. Wow. 6-5. It's a match point for Tiafoe. Is Tiafoe going to finish this off right here, right now, in an absurd shot-making first-round match? The shot-making has been just absurd. Dynamic rallies everywhere. Creative shots. Crazy shots. But it's Tiafoe on the return. Karatsev's been clutch, though. He's done what he's needed to do. But not there, though. His first serve is out. That first serve percentage can get away from Karatsev. What happens next? 2 hours and 10 minutes in 2 sets. Can Karatsev save this one? He'll have to do it on second serve. Into the body, backhand. Into the forehand of Tiafoe. Cross court is a winner. Tiafoe jumps up and he yells because, listen, that was first round, but that's what it had to take. And that's what it had to take against an ever strong, ever tough Karatsev. They hug it out at the net, as Tiafoe often does. Wow. Come on, Big Foe. That's it. I think that was long. No, yeah, it was called out. I thought that was in, but it was called out. But wow, Tiafoe got it done. Tiafoe played incredible. Winners everywhere. That's why Tiafoe is a top 10 player. He got out of 5-3 for Karatsev on Karatsev's serve, won 4 in a row. And he got out of 2 set points for Karatsev. Don't forget to like and sub. You already know Quality Shot Tennis. When we're around the match brings it. 2 hours and 11 minutes, 2 sets of crazy shot making. High level. The stats show it, by the way. Don't forget to like and sub. Don't forget to ring the notification bell as well. And check out the Atlanta Open vlog that's on the channel as well. I hope you guys enjoyed. Anthony Hirsch here on commentary. Anthony here on commentary for Quality Shot. If you liked me, if you like my commentary, then check out Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch at Commentary Booth on Twitter. Tennis Commentary Booth on Instagram, and you better believe Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. Next match on is Zhang taking on Keys, and I'm here for that one. Don't go anywhere. Quality Shot Tennis is here for the Zhang versus Keys. That's on right next, so join in for that one. Great call, Anthony. Good match. It was a good one. Fantastic match. Best match I've watched since Wimbledon final. To be honest, I think the same, so. Good match, Dutchy. Yeah, great call. I appreciate it, Dutchy. Everybody join in for Zhang Keys. Zhang Keys, 2 big hitters and 2 big talents. So, Anthony, thank you. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, going to get some caffeine in me for Zhang Keys. We're going to get hyped for that, too. You know me. I lose my voice at every match. Hopefully, I have a little bit left. Hopefully, a little bit left. But, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out the Atlanta Open vlog. I can tell you more about my experience going as well. It was so crazy. So, but stick around. Join in for Zhang versus Keys. That is on next. In fact, let me link it up in the chat real quick. Let me link that one up in the chat real quick before I head out. If I can do that. But yeah, this was just a fantastic match. So. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The link is in the chat, guys. Don't forget to join in. I'm about to go live in a hot minute. In a minute. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. But yeah, don't forget to join in for the Zhang versus Keys. Listen, that match was so high quality for a 2-set match. You won't see a much better straight set match, especially in the first round of a tournament. 2 hours and 11 minutes of good shot making tennis. I don't expect any different on the women's side as we see Zhang versus Keys. Frances Tiafoe with a winning start in Washington.